my god, what happened?
Welcome back to Bangerz Mash. I guess we're doing Preach and Preacher. We're a little bit behind on it. They did do 2 episodes kind of back to back. So.
Sunday was episode 1. Monday was episode 2. Unless you were like right on the ball to do like one after the other.
Yeah.
So
we're just going to do both at once. Yeah.
It's 2 and 1. So Preach and Preacher episode 1.
And 2.
And 2.
Yeah, I didn't get the names of what they were either or anything.
Oh, I just know the one, it's like something Mumbai Tower.
Yeah, that was episode 2.
That was episode 2.
I don't even remember what episode. Episode 1 basically starts with, well, kind of where we left off. They're on a road trip, essentially. They're running out of gas. They get onto, like, a bit of a police chase just for shits and giggles.
That was actually one of my favorite scenes so far, and it was kind of like,
all campy. And
yeah, it was campy, and it was like
they're being chased by the cops.
And then they run out of gas, and then like the cops are surrounding them.
Yeah.
And then sure as shit, like the Saint of Killers.
Saint of Killers
is
shows
like,
up.
yeah, he shows up, and all of a sudden, the police are being like, they're just like exploding.
Yeah, heads blowing off, brains everywhere and shit. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to really think back and. So yeah, I guess Saint of Killers shows up.
They end up going to Jesse's father's friends, which is like his only real like relative, and they kind of give like a we've read the comics, so we don't want to give anything away, but it kind of gives like a brief. We didn't invite my mother's side, which is kind of a like a ... to the comic or what's going to be coming up.
Yeah.
So the guy, and he's a preacher, or he's a scholar. He's a preacher as well, and he's got like
some woman chained up in his fucking, or not chained up, caged up in his like garage, I guess. Yeah.
And it's like she just wants to like get on like her Twitter feed, and he's trying to like curb her.
Yeah, I thought there was some dark shit there, and just it was like his way. His way.
I thought it was like
quit like texting.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like super dark, like.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like human trafficking or something, but like
super bad.
Totally not. Yeah. So, anyways, Saint of Killers basically comes in and is all like, "Tell me where Jesse is."
In that voice.
Yeah, basically. Tell me where Jesse is. And then he's all like, "Oh, no, I'm not gonna let you," and he like fucking stabs himself. Like, that was pretty awesome.
That was pretty awesome. They get a lead to go to like a skin bar.
Yeah, I don't remember where they traveled to, but yeah, it's some like shishi's.
Yeah.
Fucking greasy, divey fucking skin bar.
So, what's his name? Vampire.
Oh, Cass.
Cass ends up going and getting like a lap dance in a private room.
You like see him like on the like the clothes or CCTV or whatever. He's like in the background. You can see him just like touching the hooker.
The whole scene, you're kind of like watching him because
Jesse's talking with the manager at the strip club trying to figure out where God is, and it turns out God has been there and shit.
And you're just like watching Cass.
Cass
like,
in the background.
He starts getting like pushed around by like
bodyguard
bouncer.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically they're trying to like figure out where God is.
She ends up giving him a hint that he was there for the music.
Yeah, instead of using Genesis to just get the answer from her, like they try and kind of rough her up a little bit, and in the background you see the fighting go on, and then like a handgun's kind of in the case, and all of a sudden like boom, bitch gets shot in the head.
And you know what?
Or not in the head, I guess chest.
And it was so like comic book-esque.
Yeah, I totally felt like.
And it's like that's exactly what should have happened. Is like the bullet flies through like the center and hits her, and it kind of like ruins the scene.
Yeah.
Then the bouncer and Cass come in, and they're all like, holy shit, right?
So he ends up using his Genesis power like right before she's about to die to figure out like, oh, okay, what's up? And yeah, basically like you said, it was just for the jazz.
Yeah. So that's the end of episode 1. Episode
2
starts
that Mumbai Tower one.
Yeah. So they're staying in a motel.
For like the National Rifle Association.
That was just like coincidental.
Coincidence that everyone's loaded to the nines with guns there.
So Jesse and Tulip end up reuniting.
Sparking shit up again.
In intercourse.
Intercourse.
Yeah. They end up getting it on, and it's like pretty like like against the wall, and everything's getting smashed up, and it's kind of like, okay,
Yeah, and then, I don't know, he essentially uses his Genesis power again, and then that essentially attracts...
Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah, it ends up attracting the Santa Killer, so he just comes and just starts fucking up the whole motel. Everyone's got all guns and trying to, like, stop him, and it's like...
There's, like, one chick with, like, a grenade launcher, like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they're all, like, standing... Well, I guess, yeah, they're all standing in the highway shooting at him, and he's just, like, pop, 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 and just starts dropping them like flies. Then literally walks, like, to every room and is like, pop, 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 just killing everybody.
There was, like, one comical scene, the guy, like, comes in with,
like... He's, like, missing an arm and just, like, pissing blood on him. He's trying to buy a fucking pop at a pop machine, obviously in shock.
I pressed root beer.
I don't want ginger ale.
And you're just like, oh, don't let anything bad happen to that guy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, as soon as Jesse uses it, he's like, shh, be quiet.
All of a sudden, he's just like,
Santa Killer
exactly
is like,
where he is.
Turns around. So then
they cheese it away, though. They get away.
They're on the run. Cass, during the intercourse scene, he's watching TV. He ends up seeing this Mumbai Tower resort and casino.
Yeah. Oh, what was the guy's name?
Fjord?
No. Well, yeah.
Oh,
but
no.
He's playing a character.
No, I don't know what
I can't remember what it is.
I just literally watched it like an hour ago.
I want to say Gabo, but that's not it.
Gabo.
He's playing some random, like, hammed up fucking Vegas style act. Or, like,
it goes through how he kind of got to it, and it's like within 7 days kind of thing. Like, how long have they been on the road for? Like,
I don't even think it's supposed to be that long.
Like a week tops.
He's just basically so depressed. Like LeBlanc's not there, DeBlanc's there. He's not there, so
his name's DeBlanc.
No, he's Fior. DeBlanc was the other guy.
Right.
And then yeah, he's so depressed. He's just like, oh, he goes hangs himself, comes back, fucking goes, does a bunch of gambling, gets a bunch of money, has like a prostitute, and then fucking as soon as she leaves, he just like shoots himself, comes back.
They did the same thing in season 1.
Yeah.
And we were saying that it was one of the funniest scenes.
Yeah,
it was
they
just
keep
like,
coming back and they keep
reset, and he does the same thing, and he's like, reset.
But he's just doing it to himself. Yeah. And then he ends up at like a magic show. And he just grabs the microphone and shoves it into a bucket of ice water.
That was the worst thing. I'm like, yeah, he like kills himself in front of an audience of people.
Yeah, and then just comes walking out from behind the curtain, and I think it's like a magic show, so it kind of gives what he's doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, they all kind of meet together, I guess. Fior and Preacher and all them. He's all like, yo, call off.
And he's like, no.
Call off the Santa Killers. And he's all like,
I won't do it.
Not gonna do it. Go fuck yourself.
He's like super depressed, and then Cass is like, you know, give me 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, with him, and then they basically just do a bunch of heroin.
Honestly, my favorite scene. He's like giving him a shot.
He's giving him the heroin into the jugular.
All of a sudden, reset.
He's like, oh, maybe a little less heroin.
And it's just like he kills him right there.
Yeah.
And it's like...
yeah, so basically he tries to like kind of coax him a bit.
It was a bit campy again. It was kind of like, we're having fun.
Well, you're kind of led to believe that he does work him over, that he is going to like...
Right. Well, I think he does, and then he ends up... Preacher and Tulip end up, we're gonna get married.
We're gonna get married.
And it's just kind of
I guess there's that weird angle with Tulip, too. You kind of...
She has a really... like scattered past.
Yeah, and you see Gary from her past, who's all like, "You need to call Victor. I'm gonna call him for you," or something.
Like smashing her around the room.
Yeah, and ends up killing the dude because I don't know. She doesn't want him to call Victor. We don't really know much about that yet.
Yeah, she's got like a really tattered past that we're gonna start seeing come out.
Yeah, so yeah, she ends up killing. Then basically, Preacher's all there waiting to get married at the altar, and she comes cancels. And she's all like, "Yo, fuck no."
At the same time, like Cass has kind of made it seem like it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
And then Preacher ends up talking to is it DeBlanc? No,
it's Fior. So he makes the mistake, right. And he's keeps calling DeBlanc. Then he's like, "I'm Fior."
So he ends up talking to Fior, and he's like, "I'm gonna use Genesis if I have to," and that kind of ends up making it be like he's not gonna stop.
He's not gonna stop using it. So
he actually ends up.
Well, Preacher ends up saying, he's like, we're going to go find God. We know he likes music, so we're going to go check out New Orleans. So, kind of...
uses Genesis.
He's like, call off the Santa Killers. We're going to New Orleans to go find God. He seems genuinely concerned that God's missing.
Yeah, uses Genesis. He uses Genesis. The Santa Killer shows up, talks to Fior.
Yeah.
Fior ends up being like... just keep on going with your mission.
Yeah, he's not gonna stop using it. Just kill him. And then he's like, I got one more mission for you.
Which was kind of like a bit of a setup to like, oh yeah, that's...
Yeah, and then, yeah. He's doing his magic act like normal.
Earlier in the episode, it's like, what happens to angels when they die? And it's like, that's the real question.
Yeah.
So, and then at the end of the episode, he ends up like, the Santa Killer shoots him,
Yeah.
which is like, he didn't respawn from...
You think it's the magic show, and all of a sudden he's like, whoa, he just gets blown across the room, and then it's just like, he's just dead. And then everyone's just kind of like,
Ooh. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of episode 2.
I love it so far.
We've liked it so far.
Better than Walking Dead. We stopped with Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead.
He's been watching Fear the Walking Dead.
So fucking whack.
He's sick of the subtitles.
Oh god, Fear the Walking Dead's just Mexican now.
I like.
It's all in Mexico. I don't know. It's lost me. It's all lost me. They're on some farm in Mexico. I don't dig it. Walking Dead. I don't know. Last season was just all talking. So I think we're done with our dissecting the dead.
We have completely stopped watching
Preacher,
it.
We still have tons of steam on. I'm loving it. I want more.
It's great visually. It's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah. It's
going roughly off the storyline, so there's lots.
Oh yeah, and like they do what the AMC always does, and like they take their own liberties, but it still feels Preacher.
I'm not disappointed.
Yeah, it doesn't in any way feel like it's not a Preacher or doesn't fit in there. It's not angles that just leave you pissed off or anything. So I don't know. I would say it's going along really good so far. So I guess stay in touch, stay tuned, I guess.
Check us out on VidMe.
Well, stay tuned for episode 3.
Alright, stay tuned for episode 3.
Next week.
Check us out on VidMe, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and...
whatever you want to find us on.
And...
I guess until next time, I feel like we're forgetting something.